If you're a fan of puzzles of just about any kind, you'll likely find a great match, or several, in the eShop. Whether it's more casually oriented traditional puzzles, or games with them baked into the overall experience, the Switch has been blessed with a wide variety of options. Aside from the fact that gamers then have the benefit of being able to look for titles that suit their tastes, it also means they can be more selective rather than being stuck with games that may not be implemented as well. The Escape Room series is now several iterations deep, and overall they've tended to do a good job of bringing the real-world experience to digital life. Of course, unless you have someone sitting beside you, this will be a solo act, which does remove some of the social components that can make them fun or frustrating. But if you're patient, they can still represent a solid challenge. Each has been themed very differently, which has helped to make them distinct from one another. And in this case, you'll find yourself in a space themed like a museum exhibit, featuring artifacts and symbols consistent with Egypt and more. On the whole, the degree of challenge and the quality of the puzzles here is consistent with the rest of the series, for the most part testing your powers of observation and deduction as they should. With that in mind, pitting this iteration against the rest of the series, my issue would be that this doesn't feel like it has as friendly an introduction as some of its peers. Granted, all of them have tended to just drop you into an environment, expecting that you'll work out the limited controls and what you should be doing based on context and without any real direction. That said, I do feel like some of the other titles have been more wise in making the first room's puzzles a little simpler to deduce, giving the player an early win and some encouragement before getting tougher. In this case, I hit the wall more quickly than normal, and worse, the limited hint system ended up giving me a clue that felt as cryptic as the puzzle I was looking at, which also wasn't helpful. While others may not have the same issue, based on my experience playing other titles in the series, I will say that some of them felt like they did a better job of easing the player into the experience, which simply feels like a better overall approach. Overall, my final score for the game ended up being a 6.6. And if you're interested in picking it up, it's currently available on the Switch eShop for $12.99. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this review. And if you'd like more information or ideas of indie games worth checking out on Switch, be sure to click on the link provided in the description. Until next time.